Internet of Things, nanotechnology, digital education, and e-commerce development, the modern world stands on the threshold of large-scale changes in the daily lives of people and the economy of entire regions. Even as we speak, the experts call these transformations as the fourth industrial revolution, inscribing them in consistent history of previous technological explosions. In a special program, Digital Kazakhstan, we tell about how they affect the internal processes in the Republic and the development of Kazakhstani science and technology. Today in our program, let's talk about how new technologies facilitate activities of domestic subsoil users. What developments are used for searching and analysis of new deposits? And why is cooperation with South Africa beneficial for Kazakhstan? Kazakhstan is one of the richest regions of the world in terms of reserves and diversity of minerals. State's minerals are rich in almost all elements of Mendeleev's table. The country also has significant reserves of oil and gas, allowing the Republic to be ranked among the 10 largest oil-producing states that influence the formation of the world energy market. Extraction of these minerals is a labor-intensive process and requires a large amount of money. More and more often, new technologies are being used today in order to optimize and improve the quality of plants, as well as to improve efficiency of wells and mines. The sphere of geology and subsoil use does not stand still. New methods of studying are used, new drilling methods are used in geological exploration. Automation and industrialization with industry elements are also introduced in mining operations process. Ministry of Investment and Development of Kazakhstan is also in trend of current world trends in the field of digital industrialization. Here, under the Committee of Geology and Subsoil Use, so-called National Data Bank of Mineral Resources has been developed, which involves collection, storage, systemization, and compilation of geological information on all minerals of the country. Also, employees of the ministry created an intellectual map of subsoil use, which displays data on solid minerals, groundwater, and raw hydrocarbon deposits. In general, the National Data Bank project will make it possible to generalize digital geological function. The fact is that it is not scanned drawings, it is digital information that can be used if cards are not inventoried. Any kinds of reporting can be formed through it. Access to geological information will be simplified, and business processes associated with subsoil use will be automated on principle of a single window. That is, subsoil users will be able to perform all their operations related to state bodies appealing, obtaining approval, permission through this portal. Everything will be realized through this portal. However, digitization requires not only data received from subsoil users, but whole process of mining. For this purpose, Industry Elements 4.0 are actively introduced at the largest factories of the Republic. These are intellectual systems designed to replace human labor by machine. Various smart sensors installed in mines now independently monitor progress of production processes. In addition, unmanned flying machines penetrate remote and dangerous places for people and transmit information about state of a particular equipment to the dispatcher's console, which allows to take timely measures to eliminate possible accidents.
Например, в шахте сколько человек, например, по нараду спустился, это все показывают сенсоры диспетчерском.
For example, we can see how many people descend in shaft through work permits. It's all shown in the dispatcher sensor, and it is shown where they are located. For example, in Horizon 2 or 3, this is all monitored by dispatcher. Moreover, under force majeure situations, accidents, it will immediately tell those people to go to places that are out of danger. Today, Kazakhstan implements Government Program of Innovative Development, or GPID-2. It involves construction of new and modernization of old plants, including mining and processing.
В соответствии с этой программой ГПР-2, эти новые и модернизированные предприятия будут оснащены современным современным техническим...
In accordance with government program GPID2, these new and modernized enterprises will be equipped with modern technological equipment, which will be managed by the latest developments on automation control systems. Therefore, the task was set before us to train specialists who could work in these modern enterprises and serve this modern equipment.
Работать на этих современных предприятиях и обслуживать эту современную технику.
At this university, there are several production laboratories that are equipped with latest training simulators. Equipment was brought here from France, Germany, Japan, and Korea. As scientists say, these systems already operate based on several domestic factories. For example, this training simulator represents pneumatic automation systems that are designed to automate a variety of work processes and thereby reduce the number of production errors to a minimum.
На данном стенде представлены элементы пневмоавтоматики. То есть из компрессора подается воздух через распределители пневматические.
At this training simulator, elements of pneumatic automation are presented. That is, air is fed from the compressor through pneumatic distributors to executing mechanisms, which are registered by end sensors. Here are management systems through open-close keys via buttons as well as switches are also here. Thanks to this controller, we can program and customize properties and functions of this simulator.
Можем программировать и настраивать свойства и функции данного стенда.
Automation and new technologies also save time, which makes extraction and processing of minerals much more efficient. And this brings additional income not only to companies involved in this industry, but also to the Republic budget.
Қазіргі уақытта дамыған заманда бізде әр секунд бізде маңызды. Сондықтан бізде мына жердегі M340 20 миллисекунд ішінде.
Nowadays, every second is important, and our M340 controller can process any analog or descriptive signal for 20 milliseconds and send it again. Also, it simultaneously works with 1024 incoming and outgoing descriptive signals. These are very large numbers. This is of paramount importance in production, because working with several thousand signals is very useful for companies.
Бір уақытта бірнеше мыңдаған сигналмен жұмыс істеу біздің өндірісте үлкен пайда алып келеді.
Implementation solutions used in subsoil use help not only to optimize many work processes, but also to achieve more energy-efficient production.
Здесь стоит преобразователь частоты, то есть с помощью изменения частоты, то есть частотник меняет...
There is a frequency converter, and with the help of a frequency change, variable speed drive changes rotation speed of induction motor. That is, in production, as we know, more than 70% of induction motors consume electricity. And if we achieve technological and economic benefits, then we will achieve great profitable positions.
Мы добьемся больших выгод, да, допустим, больших выгодных позиций.
Special attention in the field of new technologies introduction is also given to the deposits themselves. After all, an initial analysis of mine effectiveness can predict extraction of minerals for many years to come and helps to understand whether it is worth investing in its further development. In Kazakhstan, a number of programs are used to analyze information which include big data processing, 3D modeling capabilities, and other technologies. For example, this university has supercomputers that are equipped with special software, for example, for hydrodynamic exploration of oil and gas wells.
В процессе разведки и добычи мы делаем различные замеры добычи нефти, а также давлений.
During exploration and production, we perform various measurements of oil production as well as pressure, and we analyze these measurements during a test in order to assess commercial matching parts of this field. After we get these data, we use these computers and this software to calculate how many reserves there are, what production will be, whether it's oil or gas, etc.
Нефть или газ, и так далее.
Here, students are also trained in basin modeling technology for searching and exploration new deposits using a three-dimensional image of a particular district.
мы можем уже принимать решения, опираясь на эту модель.
We can already make a decision based on this model and make a decision both on drilling and on increasing the type of oil recovery.
Если скважина была пробурена и она не приносит нефть,
If the well was drilled and it does not bring oil, then we lose money. If we take these decisions with simulation and modeling, then our solutions can be much more accurate. Thus, if we justify at least one well, we justify at least $500,000 in funds in the company.
вот, мы уже как минимум $500,000 оправдываем средств компании.
Systems for preliminary analysis of deposits are applicable to any type of fossil minerals. For example, Ravil Muhammadiev is one of those who are engaged in new technologies introduction for soil analysis in uranium deposits. After all, most exact investigations of Earth's interior and waterproof layers are needed for extraction of this radioactive substance. It is primarily necessary to install a special filter. After all, if latter is located incorrectly, it can lead to environmental pollution or to low volumes of raw materials extraction.
Теряем какие-то скважины из-за того, что неправильно устанавливаем фильтр, то поскольку стоимость одной скважины...
For example, we lose some wells because of the fact that we install a filter incorrectly. Since the cost of this well is about $30,000 to $40,000, such wells are drilled hundreds a year. It is obvious that if we can save most of these wells, correctly pointing out and cautioning against possible errors in the installation of filters, so economic effect can be expressed in these amounts, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year.
В этих суммах сотни тысяч долларов в год.
Thanks to methods of machine learning and neural networks, a unique program has been created that calculates obtained data, namely electric potential and magnetic permeability. It compares this information with experts' opinions and gives a recommendation for necessary equipment installation in the well.
В скважину опускается прибор. Скважинный прибор – это
Our gauge is lowered into the well. It is a heavyweight drill pipe about 1 meter in length. Electrical gauges are located inside this pipe that measure electrical permeability, magnetic permeability of formation, resistance, etc. Based on this data, experts concludes that at a certain level of well, there's a layer of sand at a depth of 200 meters. There is a layer of clay at a depth of 250 meters, and there is one more lens made of clay at a depth of 150 meters. Respectively, it is possible to install a screen pipe between 250 and 150 if the sand is ore-bearing.
250 и 150 можно установить где-то фильтр, если вот этот песок является рудосодержащим.
In order to achieve most effective ways of mining and processing of minerals, Kazakhstan cooperates with many leading companies from around the world. Recently, Almaty hosted the largest and most authoritative international exhibition of mining and metal sector in Central Asia. Within the framework of the event, latest technologies, software, and equipment for mining and manufacturing industries were presented. Over 3,000 specialists and leading manufacturers in this field attended the exhibition from 34 countries.
Well, the really important relationship between Kazakhstan and South Africa in mining relates to mining equipment. For us, that is really important because this is the area where we have a lot of specialists because we make mining equipment of very high quality. It's very long-lasting. It can mine very, very deep depths. And this is what Kazakhstan is looking for. I see from the mining code of Kazakhstan, this area, safety and quality and high standards is very important. And equally for South Africa, we have experience in those areas, and so it's very important for us. And I think the two countries do very well together in this area.
Digitalization of oil and gas, mining, and other mining companies' activities is becoming increasingly attractive area of investment. By 2020, the country plans to attract over $7 billion of foreign and domestic investment for innovative technologies introduction, which will increase production capacity by another 25%.